Peace, everybody. What's good? It's the boy, Coach Malachi Williams, and you and I were tuned to True Media Today USA Boxing. Let's go.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
All right, everybody, check this out. Man, you know, I heard the news like everybody else heard the news yesterday about this potential match between Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. Now, we both know now, everybody know that this fight is in jeopardy. According to Mike Coppinger, you did an excellent job. You're breaking it down. Basically, there's some network issues. Has nothing to do with Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. According to what Tank Davis said, he said that Ryan Garcia signed everything. He agreed to everything, meaning not necessarily to the contract, but the actual draft, all of the talking points, the major points, in order to, the things that you have to go through before you get to the contract phase. There's an issue. And the issue is, as a matter of fact, let me read what Mike Coppinger says. Let me show you guys the tweet. According to Mike Coppinger, he's saying that Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia is reportedly now in jeopardy due to a rematch clause dispute. Gervonta Davis will have the right to a rematch if Ryan were to win via Golden Boy DAZN. And PBC Showtime are arguing over who would be the lead promoter or promoter/network rather, for that rematch, according to ESPN. Now, this is crazy. So Tank wants a rematch clause just in case he loses. So that tells me that, hey, you know what? Maybe he's not that sure if he's going to win this fight. It really lets me know that Tank knows, or his team, not necessarily Tank, but his team know that, hey, this is going to be a 50-50 fight. This fight can go either way. So he won a rematch clause. Fine, I get that. I do understand that. Now, I remember Oscar De La Hoya and Tito Trinidad, when they fought each other, they didn't have a rematch clause. But that's neither here nor there. Now, the thing that gets me is this. If you want a rematch clause, fine. So apparently, from what I've learned, what Mike Coppinger revealed, the first fight is going to be, if this fight happened, and I've always said on my show, because you're dealing with the PBC, PBC and Showtime, if this fight happens, that this fight will more than likely, according to what they put out there, is going to happen on PBC and Showtime, and I think DAZN is going to be involved a little, some way, form, or fashion. Of course, Golden Boy is going to be involved. So everything is going to be on Showtime. So now, if Tank Davis were to lose, it's only right, in my opinion, that the rematch should be on DAZN. You can't have it both ways. You can't sit back and say, okay, Tank is the A side. He gets everything he wants. So if we win, if the first fight were to go down, it's going to be on Showtime. It's going to be on PBC. Okay, that's fine. But if Tank were to lose, because he's the one that's asking for a rematch clause, it still has to be on Showtime. It still has to be on PBC, and DAZN can't have anything to do with it. That's crazy. And, if you're going to be fair about it, say, okay, hey, we'll have this first fight on PBC and Showtime. And then if Tank were to lose, we'll have a rematch on Golden Boy DAZN. There's nothing wrong with that. That's 50-50 right down the middle, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And this ain't no fantasy or promoting. This is just about just being fair about it. If that's the hang up, then it lets me know that, man, you know what I mean? Someone is really not being fair. They're not negotiating in good faith. They want everything on their side, and you don't want to give anything. And when it comes to these guys, it's always the same thing. We've seen the same thing with Crawford and Spence. And, it's the same. Everything's on one side. No transparency, no guarantee. But then when you agree to the thing, everything, okay, look, yeah, but we're not going to have this fight in 2022. We're going to have it in 2023. But we don't want you to have no fights in 2022, even though the fight that we're supposing now is we want it to go down to 2023. Okay, so if I have a fight in 2022, what does I have to do with 2023? And if you leave, you ducking. I mean, it's crazy. It's like this narrative that's being put out there by these guys is just astronomical to me. But that's neither here nor there. So that's where we at pretty much with this so-called fight. I call it so-called fight because, again, it's just a whole bunch of talking. And until the contracts are actually signed, all it is just talking. You get what I'm saying? Let's read something else that Mike Coppinger said as well. Check this out. Listen to what he said right here. He said that this particular negotiations with these negotiations are very deja vu. He says deja vu from the Spence Crawford situation when all material terms were agreed to only for the deal to collapse at the contract stage. I want you to see this again. He said this is deja vu from Spence Crawford situation. He said when all material terms are agreed to for the deal to collapse at the contract stage. Hopefully, this super fight is salvaged. Hopefully, it's salvaged. I'm not optimistic about it myself. I'm never optimistic when it's dealing with Showtime and PBC, when it's dealing with fighters that are not on the same side of the street. They have a history of doing this. It is what it is. So, again, I'm not blaming Tank Davis. I'm not blaming Ryan Garcia. It just, it's the networks, DAZN, not Matchroom, Golden Boy, PBC, and Showtime. Y'all got to work this out. The fighters want to fight each other. Me personally, I think it's fair. Let the first fight be on PBC Showtime. And if Tank Davis were to lose, since Tank Davis did want a rematch clause, just in case he does lose, if that's the case, then the second fight should be on Showtime, should be on DAZN and Golden Boy. DAZN and Golden Boy. Sorry about that, guys. I had a brain freeze. But yeah, so it should be on DAZN and Golden Boy. I think that's only fair. You get what I'm saying? Again, I'm not in negotiations, but something like that should not destroy this fight. If everything has been agreed upon, then it's only right that if a rematch should be on another network, on the second network. You get what I'm saying? That's only fair. That's 50-50 right down the middle. Now, it seems to me that if what Mike Coppinger reporting is true, it seems to me that one side doesn't want to be fair. One side wants they want everything. They want the cake, they want the ice cream, they want the basketball, you know what I mean? They want to control the basketball court. They want to just hold everything down. And to me, that ain't right. You get what I'm saying? But we will be talking about this today on the show. So please tune in today, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's all I got for you guys. It's our boy, Coach Malachi Williams, signing out. True Media Today USA Boxing. I see you guys today, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The show will be fire. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.